Hello, you are welcome to Breaking Things Down with Seyi Banigbe, aka BTD with Seyi Banigbe, aka the place where we discuss all things success. As you know, we discussed issues on success in career, success in entrepreneurship, and success in life as a whole. I'm excited to be here. Yes, this is the episode I've been raving about. The one no one can afford not to watch, because what we're talking about today affects all of us. It touches everyone. There's nothing you can't say, oh, I'm an entrepreneur, it doesn't apply. I'm a career person, I'm corporate, it doesn't apply. This episode of Breaking Things Down with Seyi Banigbe is for everyone. And I'm excited today. I have an industry. Oh gosh, I'm looking for the word now. But yes, I'm so excited because I have, you can talk about a topic and then you're with people that are saying, oh, yes, I read somewhere that this, I heard somewhere that this person that wants to talk to us. And anyway, I'll come back to this. So today's topic is how culture and lifestyle are killing Nigerians. Yes, we are talking about health. We are talking about life and death. Today, everybody is going to learn about what is going to help them avoid cancer, avoid all the lifestyle diseases, because we need to live long. Yes, we need to walk our kids to the altar. We need to take care of our grandkids. We need to, yes, there's nothing wrong with hitting 100. Yeah. And because I want you to succeed, not just in your career, but live long to then enjoy the retirement you're working and saving for, and then enjoy the kids you slaved to raise. Come on. But we've got you on here. We have the one and only Dr. Ijewere with us. Yeah, Dr. Ijewere is a big deal when it comes to health in Nigeria and even beyond. He's the co-founder of Carib Health and the founder of the Nutrition Hospital and Wellness Center. I'll let him say a bit about his background so you know that heavyweight we have here. You're welcome to the podcast, Dr. Ijewere.
Thank you, Seyi. You're calling me Dr. Ijewere. I will call you Mrs. Banigbe.
No, I'm Seyi. Yeah. We have to call you Dr. Ijewere so that what you are saying will hit. If they think you're my friend,
It's a privilege to be on this podcast, BTD with Seyi. First degrees in chemistry, Bachelor of Science in Chemistry. And I credit my St. Gregory's College teachers like Dr. Odedele with really giving me that foundation that gave me confidence to do a degree in chemistry. Next degree, pharmacy, another bachelor's degree. After that, I knew I needed to go further, so I went on to medical school. All of this in the US. Finished my medical college education with my MD degree. Went up to Johns Hopkins in Baltimore. From Howard University, where I was my medical school. Did a specialty training in internal medicine. Finished that and joined a group of 50 physicians in Florida. And recognized very quickly that many of us physicians do not understand the business component of medicine. We're awesome physicians. So I went back to school to do an MBA at the University of South Florida.
So you have medical knowledge, business. No wonder you don't
Small.
work in a hospital. You own hospitals, you own wellness centers. That is, okay, now that makes sense actually. So I'm going to get right into it. I have questions for you because I'll tell you one of the things that triggered this episode. I live in an estate that has about 1,500 to 2,000 people in there. I would say most of the people in that estate are aged between, say, 45 to 70 and above. And most mornings I wake up to walk. I walk a lot. I don't run, but I walk a lot. And at least once or twice a week, I try to do some strength training. That's my routine. And I try to watch what I eat as much as possible. But so I walk a lot. And I notice even sometimes evenings, sometimes mornings, those of us that walk in the estate, that's an estate of about 2,000 people. We know ourselves. And we're not more than 50. And sometimes I'm walking and it actually worries me. And I'm looking at the house like, why are people not moving? And guess what? Half of the 50 people that walk most mornings are foreigners. They're either Chinese, let's just say Asians and Indians or, any other. But half of that 50 are not Nigerians. And he started to, and I said, so this lifestyle disease thing, I get it now. Some things are not a part of our lifestyle. So today, I said, there's no better person to speak with than Dr. Ijewere. I've been to your hospital before. My family has been there, and you attack this issue of lifestyle. You don't just give drugs or recommend. No. For you, it's let's look at the roots. What are you doing? What are you not doing? So you are the poster boy for this topic, and I'm so happy and honored to have you here. So my first question is, what part of Nigerian culture is killing Nigerians? Like, please, let's just say it as it is. Because I ascribe this problem to two things: culture and lifestyle. Some lifestyle, some of that picked up from Netflix, from living abroad for a bit, watching TV. So that's lifestyle. We just have friends doing stuff. But some things are cultural. Like we proudly say, this is who we are. This is what we serve in our parties. This is what my mother, my grandmother. So that's why I say, what part of our culture, I start with culture, is killing us? Too many cancer deaths, younger ages,
Wow. Huge question. Several components to the question, but let's take a step back and create a bit of a framework to give the, several answers. And part of the reason we give a framework is to allow others to think through it themselves and come up with similar outcomes. What part of our culture is killing us? Part of the answer is the departure from our ancestral culture is killing us. I met my great-grandmother. She was age 110 from our best calculation. She was still walking, still sweeping, still helping out in cooking, and still packing a basket to go to the market to go and gist with her friends, her peers,
81.
at age 110.
Oh, 110. I thought I heard 81.
110.
Wow.
And in the evenings, she'll come and meet her grand and her great-grandchildren and do what? Sit down and play Ayo and Ludo with us. Although she always complained that we're always trying to cheat her. You'd walk with great-grandma. She would pass a shrub or a plant, just pick up a leaf and chew it. I never saw her one day take a tablet from any of us, whether it was paracetamol or malaria tablet. None. And if you happen to fall ill, which occurred to me, her and grandma will get the big clay pot, boil water inside it.
That's great-grandma and grandma.
Once water is boiled, they need what helps to go and plug, put inside. As the steam begins to come up, they cover your head over it. You undress to your shorts, cover your head with this big cloth, and you're there for maybe 30 plus minutes. You sweat and sweat and sweat. Then to get a cup, get some of the liquid, nasty green liquid, you drink it. Next day, whatever you had, headache, fever, coughing, you name it, gone. We are back running around playing football. There's a book written by an American-Canadian dentist who traveled the world. The book was written in 1939. It's called Nutrition and Physical Degeneration. He went to over 14 countries, looked at cultures from Asia to Europe to Africa, Uganda, Tanzania, Kenya, Somalia, Ethiopia, Egypt. And he found that the people who had the least health problems and lived the longest and looked the healthiest, the most robust, just healthy, were those who maintained their ancestral nutritional patterns.
So what are these ancestral?
Those who migrated to the European nutritional patterns had a lot of health issues. They lived shorter, they had disfigured teeth,
Hey.
and plenty more. So look at what the ancestors in your group consumed. For example, amongst us, the Edo people, pounded yam.
Yeah, I like this ancestral practice. So pounded yam.
Potatoes. And there was all kinds of potatoes. White, purple, orange, different colors potatoes. The native rice was brown rice. And it wasn't that common. Corn was different color corn. My mom always tells me how they had white corn, yellow corn, purple, blue corn, orange corn, red corn. Today, all you see are the white and the yellow corn.
Yellow fake-like looking ones.
And then a wide range of vegetable soups. from the familiar ogbono, also called ohele, to the okras, to the what we call black soup, bitter leaf soup, oriwo. And seasonal fruits were always abundant. When we go home to village, Lord have mercy. It wasn't orange in a small bowl, now by basket. And grandma will be pushing you guys, oh yeah, finish.
Now they'll
eat,
give us
eat.
carton. Oh.
What else? Tangerine, orange, soursop. This is our African apple. The small white with pink stripes on it. That one. The local almond fruit. You name it. There was always fruits around. When you go to village, you didn't think of biscuit unless somebody brought it around because there was so much else to eat. So that departure to the highly processed foods are part of our major health issues today.
Burger.
The processed meats, whether it's the sausage,
Hot
the bacon,
dog.
the processed flour, whether it's in the form of bread,
Meat pie,
pizza, donuts, small chops, the processed rice, the highly polished rice, instead of the natural brown rice. And if I'm to label three of the worst offenders, number one will be the processed milk, dairy milk in particular. Next big offender is sugar. And the top of that list of offenders is vegetable oils. What we call, there are different brands. There's corn oil, there's canola, there's soybean oil, all those oils. If one assesses or reviews the chemical processing to get those oils, the amount of residue in those oils, and how unstable they are, you will not buy those oils. Some of the most destructive foods. They cause what we call free radical damage in the body, oxidative stress, which sugar does also. And sugar goes further and even acidifies the body. Our downfall that is killing us from a perspective that is nutritional is our imbibing many of these processed foods. Having said that, as a child, my parents were buying us cornflakes and Rice Krispies. That was what we who grew up with silver spoon, donut, cake. Now, in hindsight, I've had to make some deliberate changes to regain my health. I think I've told you before, I was asthmatic from age 11. Met a doctor, a colleague of mine in the US. Listened to her and made the changes on 3 areas: mindset, nutrition, lifestyle. 19 years to date, no asthma attack. Whereas I was having asthma attacks almost every 4 to 6 weeks. So, nutrition,
any other part of our culture
that is killing us, yes.
Apart from food, because I think what you just talked about is food.
Let's talk about lifestyle. Number 1, the things we put on our skin. In the old days, people will tell you there were few options. The shea butter, cocoa butter, the palm kernel oil, the local oils that they got from the things around. Today, we have highly processed chemicals that we're using today. A recent article I saw said the average woman, for instance, puts about 800 chemicals on her body every day.
By the grace of God, though, because they said we have to use retinol, niacinamide, peptide, eye, under eye, above eye, cheeks, foundation, concealer.
That's on the facial cosmetics. So even just the regular daily creams that we use, look at the ingredients in them. From the benzoates to the parabens to the so many chemicals in them. And everything you put on the body, on the skin, enters. That creates a toxic load for the liver to process. And most times, the liver cannot process these toxic chemicals because it's not familiar to the body, to the liver's knowledge of chemicals. So what does liver do? Quite often, it will bind it up and store it while it tries to take up other things that have come through for processing. So a lot of our lifestyle issues around the creams, the chemicals we use, whether they are, for daily use, once in a while use, eventually bioaccumulate in the body and create a toxic load to the liver.
Are you saying we should be using shea butter?
Look for natural options. And there's a wide range of natural options.
Or at least minimize chemicals. Like, there are some creams that...
Everything from avocado oil to jojoba oil to coconut oil to the palm kernel oil, lavender oil, of course, shea butter, cocoa butter. So much that we have in the natural sphere that we need to reconnect with that actually add nutrients to the body. versus the ones that add chemicals that destroy us slowly but surely. So there's options, tons of natural options. That's where entrepreneurs need to come into the space. At least here in Lagos, every Saturday there's about 2 markets I've been to where you find women entrepreneurs who have created a wide range of natural, Nigerian, locally sourced ingredient healthy products.
So people just need to be conscious of this stuff because it's out there.
Yes.
The products are there, but the awareness, marketing budget, no there.
Other aspect in lifestyle that is undoing
What
us.
are we doing or not doing? So now we've addressed food, we've addressed skincare.
With skincare, under lifestyle. Under lifestyle, our clothing.
Clothing, doctor, how now?
Traditionally, material we use for clothing came from plant sources, i.e. cotton, i.e. linen, i.e. silk. Today, we use man-made synthetic chemicals for clothing. Because offender, polyester.
Is bad for us or good?
Look at all the studies out there on polyester. By the time you read the studies on polyester, you run from polyester.
Is jeans good?
If it's 100% cotton, it's good. Polyester emits certain, we call them off gases. Even our carpets
I've
made
never heard this one.
they don't tell you because they want you to buy their products. So people like me who get the knowledge and come and speak it out, they say it's spoiling their business. But health is by choice. I tell you, and you get to choose if you want to be healthy or you want to be unhealthy.
Now it makes sense. Now I understand why some people spend so much on some kind of outfits. I always wondered, I'm sure it's this thing of what is it made of?
The worst one in that category, gym wear is one of the most deceptive arenas.
It's not good again.
What is it? What is it made of?
So what should we be
The
looking
bulk
out
of
for?
gym cotton. If you can't get cotton, you get linen. Can't get linen, you look for silk. But for gym wear, the most comfortable is cotton. All the ones that are man-made, call it polyester, call it spandex, call it so many names out there today. All are deceptive names. They're made from petrochemicals. All of them.
Gym wear that we are going to the gym
You
to
see the
lose
tight
weight.
jeans? This is only in the last 15, 20 years. People have been going to do exercise for donkey centuries.
What were they wearing? Come think of it. To exercise.
Mostly cotton.
Cotton? I thought when you're exercising, the thing has to be tight.
That's the recent phenomenon. It has to be tight.
That's marketing, right?
That's marketing.
They just made us believe that everything has to be tight and fancy, bright colors.
Yeah. Now, when you talk about fabric, it's not only in our clothing, it's even in our homes. What do you sleep on? A cotton sheet or polyester sheet? The room gets hot, you're going to emit more gases from the polyester. More chemicals that are used to make that spandex. More chemicals that are used to make that viscose. And all the other fancy names they use for petrochemical byproducts. You're inhaling them. Going to people's homes. They've acquired brand new furniture. Tear rubber leather.
Is leather bad?
Leather by nature is not bad. That's animal skin. But it's the fake leather, the synthetic leathers the man-made ones that are the problem. The amount of chemicals are going to them. If the room is hot, you can smell the chemicals from them.
So we're talking about what we're eating, what we're wearing.
Our lifestyle.
Are we going to, is there places we're going to or not going to?
Let's look at
how
this.
we party.
Okay. The one on how we party, of
Because
course.
we party a lot here.
We do. And so we see what we wear and we see what we consume at the parties. So that one we have addressed. Sleep. I recall vividly, I don't think I saw my great-grandmother, and very rarely my grandmother, eat after dark. And now science is saying that in the daytime, because the body is part of nature, we have our maximum digestive capacity when there's sunlight. When nighttime ensues, just like as the bank closes, so do your digestive system begin to shut down as the moon comes up. That's when we party. In fact, some parties don't start till 11 midnight, till 11
nowadays,
p.m.
Lagos, Nigeria.
That's when we load all my favorite one is Amala and Begedi, and all the other ones. If you do that once in a while, the body may tolerate it.
Yes, once.
But if that occurs frequently, where even from weekday work, you're coming home by 9 p.m., 10 p.m., eating your amala or your fufu at 11 p.m., going to bed by midnight, I wake at 4 a.m., wahala will come eventually.
So what would you recommend What would you say should be the latest time we eat every day?
The right answer would be look at when sun goes down, comes up.
That's like 7. You can push it
7,
to 8.
6. Ideal bedtime should be when your melatonin level peaks in your bloodstream, which is about 9 p.m. Once sun goes down, moon begins to rise, your body itself begins to make your own sleep hormone called melatonin. It rises from about 7 p.m. and peaks at about 9 p.m. till about 3 a.m., which means by 9 p.m. you should be asleep. Many will say that's a bit unrealistic. Again, health is by choice. We give you the information.
Are we choosing life or death? That fabric thing you mentioned, though, I won't lie, it sounds like you're doing too much on that one. Like, chill. Make this thing realistic. How do we
decipher?
So are you saying everything I wear should be cotton?
The bulk of it, 90+% of it should be cotton. I'll share with you a recent experience. I was in Florida sometime last year and went to purchase socks. Went to this store. I don't normally go to it, but I went to the store, went to the aisle that had the socks, picked up the socks, and that little voice kind of said, "Hey, read the label." Pick up the socks. That was maybe 6 in the pack. The label said 90% polyester, 5% something else, maybe viscose and spandex and this. And under it, there was this big label that said, this product is known to cause infertility, hormonal disruption, and other metabolic problems. And then under it, it said, this product complies with the state law of California. So that California has the laws or the statutes that insist that you must disclose the health risks of whatever you are putting for consumers to utilize.
Do we have such laws in Nigeria?
Well, no, we have for cigarettes. But
clothes.
So when women come to my clinic, for instance, with issues of fibroids, hormonal imbalances, infertility, amongst what we have them do is totally change their wardrobe, especially their underwear.
Doctor, are you saying those lacy ones are not good?
If it's made from cotton or linen or silk, no problem.
Cotton, linen, silk. Man, I need to audit things.
We also have them look at the chemicals in their pads and tampons. Should be 100% cotton. No chemical in there. Because that part of the body is very vascular, a lot of blood vessels. Any chemicals in that area will enter the bloodstream easily. And today, studies have shown chemicals in cosmetics, chemicals in antiperspirants, chemicals in pads and tampons are in the bloodstream and lymph nodes of women and sometimes even their husbands.
So even my antiperspirant, so I can't use just anyone.
Thank you. You can't use just anyone. That's the right comment. Look for one that is natural.
Which one is natural?
They are out there. Go to the organic markets. Our women are making these things. Our entrepreneurs are doing it very well.
Okay, moving on, Dr. Ijewere. Because I'm hitting the nail on the head with my questions. I'm not dilly-dallying. Why has cancer become so popular in this generation? I'm tired. Before you hear people who said they're in their 80s having cancer, 30s, 40s, BP issues. People are fainting, not waking up, sleeping. It's getting too much, and people are young. What's going on?
People are young.
Why is it so popular? What are we doing wrong?
I'll give you 2 perspectives. One, from my late mentor, late Professor Joseph Shodepo.
Thank you for watching the podcast. I'm so happy to have you on here. I would love you to join our family. So hit the subscribe button. Yes, that's how to join the family, because we have so much more in store for you on this channel. So subscribe and I'll see you in the next video.
He said when he was in school in the UK, they could thump their chest that cancer wasn't in Africa. Diabetes, not in Africa. High blood pressure, not in Africa. They did studies doing autopsies looking for heart disease in Nigeria and Kenya.
They didn't find.
So these are all recent phenomenons. In the last maybe 30 to 40 years. They're all recent. There are several factors I'll mention. There are other factors I may not mention, but some of the key factors. Number one, if you recall during COVID, what did they tell all of us to go and be taking our supplements?
Is it that long ago?
To boost the immune system, vitamin D. What is the natural source of vitamin D? Free, potent sunlight.
We're always inside AC.
And that's a recent phenomenon. Grandma, great-grandma spent most of her days outside. Whether she was at the market or in the courtyard playing with us.
It's true. My mom actually used to always open our windows and tell us to sleep with fresh air. That was better.
Vitamin D is a massive modulator of our immune system. Every single study will tell you. In our hospital, anybody who has come with cancer has vitamin D less than 10. I have a young lady currently less than 8.
Okay, that's always prevalent. You see that thing.
Almost across the board.
Okay, so how do we get vitamin D?
Depends on how you want to get it.
We can take tablets?
Yes, there's tablets,
Okay,
there's
thank
capsules,
God.
there's supplements. Yeah. Now, keep in mind, when God creates things, they don't work individually, they work as an orchestra. So vitamin D also works with certain other things that the sun gives us. So, but at least vitamin D is important. One, to prevent
So every
cancer.
adult should be taking vitamin D daily.
Do a blood test, check your vitamin D level. The textbooks say 30 to 100. To me, that's outdated. Target 50 to 100 nanograms per milliliters per ml for vitamin D level. Any adult professional should be on vitamin D because most of them, when we test them, they are low.
Because they're always indoors
Indoors.
on their computers.
Absolutely. So that's number one, vitamin D. Number two, how much time do you spend in nature? Nature meaning outdoors, walking barefooted, whether it's at the beach, on the grass, picnic, just being out there in nature.
Dr. Ijewere, at least I'm walking in the evening. Now you say I shouldn't wear shoes to walk. Things will bite me in my estate now. Like, I have to wear shoes. I'm trying to make this realistic.
She has a good
yeah.
point. I trust on your estate, there are areas where they have grass, sand, soil. That's where you want to walk barefooted
Yeah, just
on a mother
mark the
nature,
area.
on a mother nature surface. When you do so,
So this walking barefoot has to be on sand or grass.
sand, grass, soil, gravel, the beach, a natural mother nature surface. Why do we insist on mother nature surface? Because mother nature has excess electrical charge, electrons that we need to neutralize our inflammation and our stress in our bodies. Many of us are walking around with,
Okay, is that why my parents used to take us to the beach a lot?
please resume that habit. If you can do it twice a month, run off to the beach. If you're on vacation to a wellness center or to a resort that has natural grass, disappear to it, please. Go there. If you have a farm, you can go to where there's trees and nature. Do so. There's a disorder called nature deficit disorder. It's in the medical text.
Any other thing about what's making cancer so popular?
Well, we've touched on nutrition, we've touched on lifestyle. We're looking at the environment now. Our indoor air.
How do you mean?
Okay. I mentioned tearable furniture that smells nice.
Well, my
That's
AC is on. It's exchanging the air.
beautiful. That's what we think. Yes, there are filters there for certain size particles. It will filter those out, but pump the rest back in. How often is the air refreshed in the space?
That's opening the windows.
Open the windows. Preferably you're in a space where there's fresh air and not the window opens up to, I better pass my neighbor. We actually do clients will come in with recurrent ailments. We send our staff to the home to do an indoor air assessment. And many times we come back with everything from mold to volatile organic compounds in the home. How do you treat that? We either have them get certain kind of filters for the indoor air, or if they're in a place where there's not generators around, open the windows. Let the sunlight come in. Sunlight actually kills mold. Sunlight is a natural antiseptic. Many of them have to let go of air fresheners they use, which are full of toxic chemicals. Some of their personal care products, especially their perfumes and their colognes.
Dr. Ijewere, I'll use perfume.
But use the one that is a natural perfume.
There's no natural perfume.
Have you smelled lavender? Have you smelled hibiscus? Have you smelled all those natural ones? Beautiful, natural, awesome smells. There's a company out in Abeokuta who does for us natural indoor aromas, ranging from lemongrass to citronella to so many, and he does it all natural here in Nigeria. The entrepreneurs are filling the gap with natural options. So we avoid all these imported chemicals. They're there. Seyi, they are available.
There's work to be done. We need to look for these things. What else
I will
is
send you all the
making
links.
cancer so popular? Okay, so I mean, while you meditate on that, I'm going to say, what lifestyle changes should we be making right away? And when I say right away, I mean the ones you know that, because you've said a lot, from fabric to perfume, but things you know that people can change within days and, within a week. Like, guys, you at least one that I've caught now is go buy vitamin D, guys. I think that's a no-brainer. And is there anything we need to supplement it with when we're taking it?
Foods that are high in magnesium and vitamin D.
E.g.
Cocoa.
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 Okay.
Cocoa powder.
Okay.
I did not say chocolate. I said cocoa. Cocoa powder.
Okay.
Natural 100% cocoa powder is high in tons of micronutrients, including magnesium. Add it to your tiger nut milk. Throw in there some natural date for sweetener. I didn't say sugar. Date. Date powder preferably.
Beautiful.
Cinnamon.
Yummy.
All these things grow locally.
Yummy, yum.
Foods you can eat every day. Fruits in season. Today, people come to us saying, my joints are paining me. I have arthritis. Da, 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 da. Simply wear and tear. You're wearing out your joints. You're not helping them repair. There's a fruit in season right now that has almost all the ingredients for joint repair.
Which one is that? Mango.
Mango.
Agbalumo.
Hey. Agbalumo, vitamin C, magnesium, zinc, copper, manganese, agbalumo, collagen synthesis, agbalumo. Everything his children need for their health and wellness, he has provided abundantly, especially the seasonal fruits.
So once the fruit is in season, we should go crazy.
Go crazy
on it.
over it. I do on average 10 agbalumos a day.
Wow.
And the men who follow me to do it.
Why are you giggling?
See him laughing, he knows why.
Really? What's the secret?
I said the men who
It's
follow
an
me.
aphrodisiac.
Have you heard diabetics saying my wife said I'm like a schoolboy again?
Interesting. You should thank me, you guys. You're getting too many tips here. Okay, so you've told us there's a lot you've said that I feel a lot of people can just grab and implement
Yes.
ASAP. Like you said, the fruits.
The fruits,
Let's
in
eat a lot
seasonal
of fruits, but also seasonal fruits. Vitamin
D,
with, magnesium,
cocoa powder,
cocoa powder.
Your health, yes.
That I'm gonna
tiger
start.
nut milk.
That I'm gonna start. You've also said ventilation, that thing of opening your
Fresh
windows
air,
if there's not
fresh
too many
air.
generators. So if I'm surrounded by generators, how do I make sure I have good air?
There are devices today that help to filter.
What are they called?
Generic name would be just indoor air filters.
Because I know there's
Indoor air filters.
humidifiers. Those are not the ones.
Indoor air filters. There's a good range of them. If you're not sure, you can always reach us and we'll guide you. We talked, the walking that you're doing is excellent. Walking
Even though I'm wearing shoes.
even though you're wearing shoes on the non-natural surface, shoes are appropriate. Do the natural surface, within a day or two, you notice the difference. We have clients who have had strokes who can barely walk. And once they come to our facility just to walk, because they tell us, doctor, each day I come here, I sleep well that night. My sleep
Why
is
they
massively
walk on
improved.
sand?
Sand, soil, grass, gravel, because we have about
Sand, soil, grass, gravel. So that means that tarred road in front of my house is not it.
for barefoot walking, to get the health benefits of barefoot walking. It's also called grounding or earthing.
Interesting. Water. Is there... I know they say take a lot of water, but is there... I hope we can just drink any
Go
water at
for
least.
a natural source water, spring water, a natural source water. And we have about 3 or 4 brands in Lagos that are natural spring water.
Oh, not all are. Okay, I won't let you advertise.
Most are not.
But people
Most are
can
not.
go research that. Okay, before we run, I have a question I need to ask. So I'm going to ask some questions around bad habits that have taken over because this generation. First one is, Monjaro and Ozempic are becoming a popular alternative for weight loss. The global powerhouse is actually endorsing it. What's your take on this?
Health is by choice. The original source of the chemical structure of those pharmaceuticals is from a lizard.
It's from a lizard.
Lizard.
So is it bad?
It's the venom of the lizard.
Venom.
It is the venom of the lizard.
But I thought they said it was to help patients with diabetes or something.
Yes. Look at how that lizard venom works when the lizard gives you the venom. Then look at the mechanism of action of this. It's similar. Everything that you introduce that is a chemical source has a side effect profile. Be willing to accept the side effect profile along with the benefits that you want. Just be informed when you make that decision.
Okay, so you're not saying no, you're not saying yes. You're saying
Be informed.
research on the side effects and know that you're going to get the positive effects and the negative.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, this generation, if there's anything I know that is really being pushed now is, look, if you can go as far as wearing makeup, you can as well alter any part of your body. So don't judge. Listen, but we listen, we don't judge. We look, we don't judge. We hear, we don't judge. But what's your take on cosmetic procedures, changing the eyes, the nose, the boobs, everything?
Health is always by choice. Just be informed, have both sides of the coin before you step forward to make the decision. There's a perfection that we're blessed with. A perfection. Without sounding like a pastor, God created us in his image and likeness. Whole, perfect, and complete. Everything we need for our journey here on earth, he has already provided for us. Everything. Whether it's to gain weight or to lose weight, it's already here on earth.
Oh, so you're saying that there'll be natural alternatives?
There's always. Whether it's for malaria, it's for weight loss, it's for seizures, it's for cancer, it's already here. You see, the Bible doesn't joke when it says, you earthly parents know how to give good things to your children. How much more me, your Father in heaven?
When cancer patients, because you've said it's even here that when a lot of cancer patients are brought to your center. First of all, I must ask: have there been any that have recovered from cancer?
Absolutely.
In your center,
in our center, so walking around today.
Beautiful, amazing. What usually? How do you go about? Quickly, if you could just tell us, how do you go about reversing?
It's a 5-pillar approach. Number 1, spirituality. If you're carrying a lot of unforgiveness, bitterness, anger, we have to let go of that. Because that pattern of unforgiveness, anger, bitterness causes a hormone in your body called cortisol, epinephrine, to rise. Those are stress hormones. The longer those hormones exist in the body, they weaken your immune system. I can't wake up your immune system to help you if you're carrying a lot of unresolved issues. And I can tell you, most of our men who come to prostate cancer are fighting their brother, their uncle, their former partner at work with land issues, with shares issues, or some other issue.
Men, are you listening? The prostate cancer is tied to the people you are fighting with.
The women with the breast cancers also are not too far behind. We had a lady who owns 2 shops, Idumota and I think Okeari, came with breast cancer stage 3. A year after our treatment, she went to the US for checkup. Couldn't find the cancer. Came back to Nigeria. Instead of maintaining what we had put her on, went back to her old lifestyle. A year later, she called me up. From the voice, I knew she had returned to her old behavior. Disappeared from follow-up, from support group, you name it. She called me about 2 years later. She must see me. I said, don't come and see me. Go and do an MRI or CT scan first. 2 months later, we saw her obituary. Disease is just the body representing to you outwardly what you have been doing inwardly.
So a lot of it is tied to our mental health.
Spiritual health and mental health. If your mindset is one of a pessimist, someone who looks at the negative side of things and complains from dusk till dawn, disease will follow you abundantly. Your spirituality, your mindset, your nutrition, your lifestyle, and your environment. We address all 5 if you come to us seeking to reverse disease, whether it is lupus, rheumatoid arthritis, cancer, or even diabetes. If you're not willing to get to bed on time and sleep at the orderly time for your immune system to work in your favor, you're wasting time and wasting money. We'll collect it. We'll tell you, get to bed at 9 p.m. 9 p.m. to 3 a.m. is when your immune system wakes up to do what? Repair your old cells and take down the old cells and bring up the new cells. That's when your immune system is on high drive. If you're not getting that sleep when melatonin is at its highest peak from 9 p.m. to 3 a.m., you're wasting time and money with us. You must be willing to pay the price if you want to get well.
What's your ideal sleep time and wake up time?
9 p.m. sleep time.
And you wake up?
The body will tell you when to wake up. And if you go to bed by 9 p.m., usually by 7-8 hours, you're awake. And when you're awake...
Well, it's at 10 p.m. that it's sweet to watch movies and just scroll on Instagram and, you know...
If you do it once in a while, the body will forgive you. But if that's your daily routine, your chance for healing, for reversal of the deconditioning that occurs, the wear and tear that occurs during the day is lost. So you keep accumulating the wear and tear till it shows up as disease.
Wow, in fact, I'm going to listen to this episode maybe 4 times and I'm going to write my action points and everything. But before we run, Dr. Ijewere, 2 questions I have. There's a rise of cases of erectile dysfunction in men. What do you have to say to that? What's causing it? And how can they reverse it?
Okay. Again, disease is simply the body speaking to us that what we have been doing is off alignment with our starting gift of wellness. So we ask, what are you doing with your nutrition, with your lifestyle?
But what are the common culprits you've seen? Like people that suffer, what are the common causes? With
men, stress is a major factor. Not getting enough rest, enough renewal when they are supposed to be renewing themselves at night. The work schedule causes them to eat a lot of food that is highly inflammatory. For example, a lot of foods today actually inflame our blood vessels. If vessels are inflamed, eventually you show up with high blood pressure, just a matter of time. Food that we eat today damage our pancreas and our insulin production. Eventually you show up with diabetes. One of the first signals the body gives that there's a problem going on is the loss of morning glory. Morning glory is what happens when we are teenagers. You wake up in the morning, you have an erection without any stimulation. It's just there.
So every man should wake up with an erection?
It doesn't need to be every day, but at least a couple times a week.
So once you don't see that, you need to go.
I mean, that's the first sentinel that something is going off, whether with your nerves, whether with the blood vessel supply, whether with the hormonal balancing, something is going off. A lot of our men today are sitting down. Sitting disease blocks sleep. Sitting disease means you're sitting down for long hours every day. Obstructs the flow of lymphatics, which drains that's your lower system that drains your garbage back to the liver and for processing out. That stuff accumulates, affects every system in the body, including your main system. Walking is awesome. Standing is superb. Physical activity, whether it's jumping, playing soccer, playing tennis, ping pong, all the things that move the legs are phenomenal for men's health.
Please, a lot of the babies we are christening and dedicating to these days are IVF babies. Surrogate, they're from surrogation. And not that these things are bad, but what is causing the high level of infertility in women?
Everything we've discussed on this program.
It's the lifestyle thing.
The lifestyle, the nutrition, the environment. Vitamin D plays into fertility also.
Really?
Absolutely.
So everybody...
Magnesium, zinc.
I might just start my vitamin D company soon.
All this play into fertility. The absence or reduction in fertility is just the body speaking to you that what you have been doing has caused this calamity. So let's assess, let's be historical. What have you been doing? What have you been eating? Is it the processed foods, the wheats, the white rice, the sugar? Is it the milk with all the chemicals in it? Today, milk has hormonal chemicals.
You can't call rice processed food, please. Let's respect rice.
Okay, I mean the white rice. Go with the brown rice or the native Abakaliki red rice. Ufada brown rice, yes. That's the wholesome rice that doesn't steal your vitamins. The white rice is a thief. I repeat, the white rice is a thief. When you consume the brown rice or the red rice, most of the cofactors the body needs to metabolize or digest that rice come with it. When you bleach and polish the rice to that white rice, all you have is a carbohydrate bullet or sugar bullet. When you eat it, it requires those cofactors, the B vitamins, for instance, for the body to metabolize it. Where would those B vitamins come from? You didn't eat it. Where's it coming from? Your eyes, your nerves, your muscles, reproductive system, your bowels. Every single time you eat white rice, you are diminishing your stores of your healthy vitamins, minerals, and cofactors in your body. Period.
You know, our parties are, we go for the rice and small chops. Please, as we close out, can you speak to rice, jollof rice, and small chops? What do you have to say about these two? And fizzy drinks.
This is our podcast. I'm sure I've made enemies who will listen to
It's
it.
okay.
So they can make some friends now.
It's what you do. You know how we roll. I mean, every weekend, we love the parties, jollof rice, small chops, fizzy drinks, and or shayo wine, or, you know.
If you do it once in a while, the body will tolerate it. If you do it incessantly, after a while, the body will say, I don't tire. Chop your disease.
On that note, I would like to say thank you, Dr. Ijewere. This has been life-changing.
Amen.
And honestly, thank you. Can you say I'm sober? I'm calm. My body's not shaking like this. You know when we started, I was shaking. I'm guilty of a lot of things too, and I'm going to change. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I want to take care of my grandchildren. I want to...
And your great-grandchildren.
And great-grands. I mean, because you kept talking about your great-grand.
Yes, mother, I can see
In
her.
fact, my great-grandchildren will meet me. We will hang out. We will play.
You play Ludo, play Ayo.
Yes,
Thank
that's
you.
the goal. So I'm going to do the right stuff to get me there. Thank you. Guys, we can meet later when Dr. Ijewere is not there and tell ourselves the truth, the things we need to change, and how we'll go about it. But thank you for sticking with us. We know it's been a long one, but I mean, this is for everyone. Everyone, share this video. We need to spread this thing. People are dying. It's too much. We're losing friends. We're losing family. So if we let's take this as a, you know, this is a movement. We need to spread this news because a lot of this, we are so, this lifestyle and this behavior, it's such a part of us. We don't even understand it when people like him say it's wrong. Well, rice, you know. So, guys, information is power. Let's share this and let's change. Thank you for watching Breaking Things Down with Seyi Banigbe. It's been a pleasure. If you know you're not subscribed to this channel on YouTube, quickly, while I'm watching you, yes, you, hit the subscribe button. And if you're listening to me, hit the follow button. Drop a comment. Tell me if you... I'm sure there's some things you don't agree with, right? That has been said. Let's argue now. I'm here for it. Thank you for watching. And do stay in touch. There's a lot more coming your way on this channel. Bye. Thank you so much for watching the podcast. I'm so happy you're here. Let's become family. Hit the subscribe button and stay tuned for all the yummy stuff we have for you on this channel. Thank you.